What's going on, everybody? It's Eli here from TreeFall Studios, and welcome to a brand new week of live game development. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late off of my 4 o'clock target, and I need to continue sharing out this really quickly. I'm going to go ahead and post this on a couple more pieces of social media, and then we'll get started together. So let me go ahead and grab it on my phone real quick. To share it out a couple more places so that more people can join in and have fun as we create video games together. What's up, PLP? Welcome to the stream. It's Eli from TreeFall. Yes, it is Eli from TreeFall Studios. I am here today. Let me know how the audio is sounding and how the lights are looking. I'm trying to do a little bit better with the lighting setup. My windows are... They kind of blind me out where it's like a little too harsh on the white light. So I kind of cut the blinds down a little bit and have a little bit of my actual lights running. Okay, so I got that shared over there on my phone. And let me go ahead and pull it up here. All right. Okay, so I got that going. And then one more place. I was really behind, so this is gonna play terrible on people's rewatch before we get started. You look like you have Lego hair. Can you remove hair as one whole piece? Dude, I was just thinking about that when I was getting ready to start the stream. I was like, oh my goodness, my hair is getting kind of long. People are probably going to notice that. It's about time for me to get a haircut. That is for sure. Okay, let's go ahead and see. All right, so we're running up here. Everything looks good. We got a couple viewers already tuning in. It's taking forever to load on my laptop here, which you guys can't see, so that's good. I was trying to share it out because I haven't shared anything out on our TreeFall Studios Facebook page in quite a while. So I figured, hey, they probably don't really know what's going on in case they are still following that. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get the link shared out there, although it might just be useless. Let's see. TreeFall Studios. All right. I can see it twice. This is pretty awesome. All right. Posting as TreeFall Studios with our new live series. Come join in. Yeah, so I'm just going to post it like this. And get that out of the way. All right, everybody, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining in. I appreciate your patience as we got all of it shared out so everybody could come and join in. We're going to be taking a look at PitterPot today, just like we did last week. So I decided if you were here last week and you were catching some of the streams, we started this new developer series where I started streaming live development, hanging out with you guys, responding to questions, doing some giveaways, and showing you guys the games that I'm working on. We started off on working on Pic-A-Block, did a couple of days of that, and then the third day on Friday last week, we kind of teased off a little bit of a PitterPot spinoff that we're going to be working on. And in the stream, I happened to mention that there's going to be a new game that I've got to start working really fast and furious on to get out at the end of this month. And I was saying, people were asking in the stream, is it going to be PitterPot? Is it going to be something else? And I said, I will let you guys know. So I did some planning and some thinking over the weekend, and it's not going to be PitterPot. But PitterPot is now going to be the game that we are working on during the live developer series. Pic-A-Block is still going to be worked on and coming out, but it's I'm going to rearrange it and move it to like the next slot after PitterPot, basically. And there's going to be a secret surprise game that will be announced probably this Saturday. And it's not this, but you guys are going to be excited. I think it's going to be pretty cool. I'm trying to do something really, really interesting, and I'm going to see how fast I can. I'm working on this YouTube video that I've wanted to do for a long time. So you're going to see that hit the channel probably this Saturday to Monday. Announced on Saturday, probably going live on Monday after editing over the weekend, and then you'll see a new trailer for the new game on Wednesday. That's the plan. If I can stick to it, I don't know. I've got a whole lot going on in my personal life outside of work, so we'll have to see. But if everything goes according to plan, you guys are going to be shocked, surprised, and I'll be talking a little bit more about all the things that we're going to be doing with that game pretty soon. So it's going to be awesome. So just to go ahead and announce before we get started, socials are up there in the corner of the screen. Tilting Tiles Micro Challenge is our most recent game. You can pick that up on PlayStation for 49 cents. And you can see we got news going across the bottom with all sorts of more information there. All right. Wow. That is terrible. Can you guys hear me now? Sweet, sweet, sweet. Can you hear me now? How does that sound? As soon as you switch scenes, your mic got cut off. Can you hear me now? That should be good. It should be fixed. Yeah, wow, that stinks. Anyways, so I was talking for a good 2 minutes or more. So this is going to play terrible on your replay watches. But I was basically talking about I'm not sure how far back I need to go, considering I realize I missed that when I switched scenes. My microphone got lost from some of the settings I was playing with over the weekend. Everything should be good now. You should be able to hear it. But I was mentioning that we are going to be doing new streams all week, and that's kind of what I was talking about. I was mentioning last week our Friday stream was pretty jumping, And we actually had quite a few people tuning in live, leaving comments. A lot of people watched it over the weekend after the fact, and people were really enjoying it. So I was talking about how we're going to be working on PitterPot Live as the game that I run all week during my development. And this is going to be our live stream series. I'm going to be doing it around 4 o'clock every day, is what I was mentioning. And the target of the stream is to about 4 to 5:15. Some days I might push it back a little bit to about 3:45 to 5 o'clock, and we're going to test that out. So this week, we're going to be testing it out to see if people are still enjoying these streams and if everyone's still wanting to see PitterPot development live. I mentioned last week on Friday that I was either going to work on this hub world over the weekend and you guys would be shocked on Monday because it would be complete and we would start from there, or that I would stop and wait and start from exactly where we picked off on Friday. So I'm actually thinking that this game is going to be our live, our development series that we're going to be doing live, and that I'm not going to do too much when I'm off of the stream, and I'm instead working on a different game during the rest of my workday. But that way, everyone can actually follow along episode to episode. And if you miss an episode, miss a couple of days, they'll actually be kind of like an hour-long series each day of progressing farther into PitterPot. So I'm going to judge the viewership and how everyone is feeling through the comments and everything like that over the week, and we'll see how it goes this week. We're starting off the week with a lot of technical difficulties. I got the stream started a little bit late, and we just had some muting issues with the microphone. So that's kind of sad. But hopefully the rest of the stream will go over just fine. So this is the hub world for PitterPot, and like I mentioned earlier, this is exactly where we left off. We pulled this floor up here. This is going to be the second floor. We started putting the floor into the hallway. We don't have a floor here in the courtyard, and we don't have any floors or anything in the bottom layer, and we don't even have the rest or the outside of the castle walls completed yet. So today we're going to be working on filling in some of these gaps, bridging these two areas so there's a wall here, building a couple platforms for secret things like that when you're exploring the hub world for items and things that we're going to hide around there. So we're going to get started with that. Yeah, POP. I tried to repeat everything that I could think of, but I feel like I talk so much so fast after I switch scenes, I'm not sure if I missed something. So we'll probably hit it during the later part of the stream. Also, this is what I was mentioning when we were finishing up on Friday. We were noticing that, when you're modeling things, things can just happen and you can notice that you get off even though you think you're doing everything on the right lines. So we were fixing all of the geometry and making sure that everything was on even numbers. So everything, when you look at it like this, everything is exactly a certain room size. But we got some odd geometry here because of the hallway and the cutout here. And we did our best to clean this up, and it actually is much cleaner now. You only have a couple of triangles here to basically include this entire hallway. These shapes are going to be kind of messed up because there's a bunch of vertices on here that don't have edges connected to them. So what we're going to do is we are going to try and make this a little bit about the most efficient that we can. I think we're going to do it from this angle, and we're going to go from here over. And I wonder if we clean up the mesh. I don't think that... Does that actually connect it? So it does. But I don't think that we want this one connected. Because then it's just going to be messy. All right. The only problem is now we do this a lot where we go in and we merge by distance to clean up some of the vertices. It's a tool that I use a lot to make sure that the model is all connected. I don't think that I want it connected because this will really mess up this face and it'll be a lot harder to UV unwrap so we can put our textures on it. And like right here, you'll never know that it's not connected when you climb up on the wall because everything will look just fine. I mean, they're in the exact same position. You won't be able to tell. So when you're in the game, you won't be able to be looking and seeing through the floor or anything like that. So that means whenever we have messed up geometry that we need to fix going forward, I'm going to have to remember that and only highlight a section kind of like this and then clean up the geometry from there. That should work, I believe. So there's that. That floor is done. And then for this floor, I'm not sure that it's going to matter. This one, well, we could do the same thing with this one and just kind of drag out here to here and then in a little hallway so it's all like an actual square. But the problem is, yeah, I think we might do it that way instead of just filling it all in. So because this actually, okay, so this will work just fine. These faces will fill in pretty good. So there's floor. See, now this is where we kind of get off because we're not exactly even. Is this all right? Let's do some math here together, everyone. So this is on the x at 1. Now is this on the x at 1? It is. And I don't even know why we have this per se. Okay, here's some more cleanup we can do. Yeah. We aren't even going to need any of these at all. Could delete that. Yeah. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to delete these. And we're going to dissolve these edges. And it looks clean and clear, and it matches this side now, but it's actually not. Oh, it is. I lied. Cool. Sometimes the vertices get left depending on the shape. I am going to have to mute myself and pause for just a moment. I need to go to my be right back screen. Hold on 1 second. Do I have that already set up? 1 second. Let's just do it like this. Okay, everyone, we are back. Can you hear me fine? I had the mic muted, and the mic is back here. Sweet. All right, yeah, here we go. We're back. Let me know if you can hear it. That was surprise visit in real life as I was live. I had to answer the door. So, I am back and I am continuing work on PitterPot. I didn't want to shut the stream down because I knew it would be very brief. I'm sorry I scared you, PLP. I am back. Yeah, you never know. You never know when something comes up that has your attention that you might need to take care of. But we still have a good 35 minutes of the stream if I stop at 5 or so. And we're going to get pretty far along here. We're going to finish this floor and we're going to go ahead and start working on the next floor. Who was at the door? It was Michael from the letter. It was just a bad dream. It's okay. So now, if I do it this way, this is also hideous. What is happening? Okay, look at this. Does it? Okay. It's just not clean, you know? It's just not clean at all. You know, I'm not really sure at this point like how clean we can make this geometry, to be honest. I mean, I guess I could do it this way. If we want everything to connect on the exact even quads, boop 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 boop. We can just go like this. And that would be on the X at 1. Yeah. And then we can do that. There we go. And then I guess, you know what? I just like highlighting it so much and then doing that. I might just move this out of the way for now so that we can highlight and then go mesh, merge, distance. And then that shouldn't do anything over here. Yeah, we'll just connect this later, like at the end. But now this should all be connected here. That is correct, yes. And that's what we want. Okay, so we're going to go across the floor like this. Michael, yeah, it was Michael. He was ready to drop me off a new letter. Spoiler alert, maybe you guys will get a new letter game one day. And then we're going to go over here, and then we're going to go like this. And, oh, we're not matching again. We're not matching. Okay, hold on. I guess we could do this if we want everything to be symmetrical. And it's pretty much no reason to do this, but I think we're going to anyways. Just for fun, this is 30 on the X, so we'll go negative 30 because I can get it taken care of in like 2 seconds. This is 32. Everything is 2 meters apart, so 32. And then we can go back here to our floor and we can go, yeah, 30. And now we want to take this guy to 32. And then boom, we are set. The only problem is when we get to this part, if we go over here, we now need to run a new, if I pull him back here, we need to run a new cut across the floor. That actually kind of works just fine. Here and here. And this would be Y of 50. And we'll go 50. I guess that was a negative 50. You guys didn't tell me. Oh, what is that? Oh, I'm looking at the X. It's 14. Okay. All right. And then that would mean this is 612. Okay. We were lost and confused for just a moment, but we shall not be confused for much longer. All right. And then we can go here. And we can pull out another one just to match that. That's 2. And then we can pull out another one here and fill in that floor. Then we can go and highlight the whole thing, and we can go to mesh and merge by distance, and we can clean up all those vertices. We can just play around with this now and see we're all connected. Yeah. Now we can pull floor pieces out, which we might actually do in order to make some platforms. I was planning on building, actually don't need like this stuff. Is that, yep, that's hidden. Let's see if this helps. And if we do this and then remerge, I'm planning on doing separate platforms like in the engine after the base is modeled. So yeah, probably won't do it here unless it's something substantial where it's going to be like, it needs to be part of the level. But all this is going to be kind of separated out anyways, so it doesn't really matter. And so what I'm thinking is, I need to do like, okay, this is like starting to get a little bit janky. And the cleanup is starting to get a little difficult. Let's get rid of all of those. And this. Yeah. So this, zoomed in too far for you guys. So this right here, this part is going to need to connect. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. And yeah, that's exactly what we need. So we fill in this here, and then, so now when you're looking at it, yeah, that looks perfect from the castle wall on the outside. In case your camera ever gets out here, you'll be able to see it's all one piece, because you got to imagine, so PitterPot's going to be kind of tiny in here in this little courtyard, but I cut the wall lower here so that you can look out and be able to see the environment in the distance, because you know these walls are all going to contain rooms and going to be taller and stuff, so you're not going to be able to see anything outside the environment except for the sky if you just looked up. So I'm thinking that, you know, it might be nice to see out of the courtyard. Honestly, might even just cut a gate here, because all this doesn't make sense if there isn't a gate, a way to get into the castle. I just had a lot of thoughts in my head. I'm either going to cut a gate through this and then, you know, just have it blocked off so you can see outside, or I'm going to make this a rampart that you can walk on to see outside, and then there'll be stairs down, and then like you actually had to walk up and there'll be stairs on the outside. That's not really realistic to castles, but I think it would be cool for the purposes of this game. Oopsies. Let's put that back. And then we're going to go here. So this might look a little weird at first, but it's going to be awesome. Let's go to clean it up real fast. Yeah, that should have fixed it. Yep. All right, so that's all one piece. Now it's going to be too hard to do this, to match this just right. And honestly, I don't know if we want it to match because this wall is going to be kind of busted up, you know? So probably going to delete these. Bear with me. This is going to work out, I think. And we're going to go here and take these. Whoopsies. Yeah, that looks right because that's showing the lighting. This is going to be the inside faces. Although I might have to flip the normals on this side. I'm not sure. We'll pull that up in just a second. And we'll extrude this here. Like, whoopsies. This is, now we are looking at the X correctly, so this should be 50. And then if we go ahead and merge those, yeah. Now we have a good piece here. Although, actually, this is going to be weird. You guys are going to have to bear with me on this. Because I don't want all this to be open. Although we could do something pretty cool if it was. Let me see what my geometry looks like clean-wise. Yeah, it looks pretty clean. Okay, this is just like me just okay, this is if you're witnessing this and you're watching live, this is me having fun on the fly. So I already have this level designed basically, and it's in my head of how I want it to look. And sometimes when I'm working on something, and this is how a lot of my games happen, sometimes when I'm working on something, I might just see a new way in my head that I'm like, well, that could be a hidden room, or this could be cool for the 3D platformer, or let's involve a little puzzle here, that kind of thing. So that's what we're about to do, and it's going to be super cool. So we're actually going to, in order to do this, okay, we're going to need a couple of extra things. It's gonna take us a few seconds to get this right, and we might still get it wrong. But if we do get it right, you're gonna think it's cool. Hopefully, in the end. Having fun live on stream, yeah, that's what we're about to do. We're about to have fun. We're just gonna take this whole thing, and so this is. See, I've got him on an off number. I don't know if I like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to move all of these. This is going to be weird. But can you guys picture? Okay, I got a new comment here. Oh, you know what? Hold on one second. This will actually be super helpful for me to be able to answer these on the fly. Let me switch over to the scene, make sure my microphone is still on. And then let me move my YouTube comments to the other side so I can manage them a little bit better and switch back here. That way I can look here. Okay. Reza says, what is that? Keep it up, bruh. This is a, believe it or not, it might not look like it now, but it is going to be a castle. This is going to be the hub world for the new PitterPot game. And this is going to be kind of like if my inspiration, and everybody knows, if you've been following along with the channel for the longest time, that I love Spyro the Dragon, and that's basically the reason that I got into game development. So when I say castle, I think the hub world in Spyro 2. We're talking about like autumn plains and that type of thing. So that is what this is gonna sort of somewhat end up being like, although completely original. But we're working on building a secret room now at the top of this courtyard. So this is going to be a courtyard here on the end of this hallway, and then this is the bottom floor, and this is going to be the sketchy alley back here around the corner where there's going to be a mysterious character. And then this was originally just going to be a wall, and you just were going to see inside of the castle. You're going to be closed off. But instead of doing that, we are about to build a secret room just for fun. This was 40, so let's put this at 42, and then this is at 50, so this needs to be 48, and this, yeah. Yeah, it's not going to be completely even, but I don't think I need another layer of geometry for this. So we'll go like this, this, this. I know it's not going to look like a secret room just yet, but trust me, it's going to. And this is going to be for those of you who can platform and do it well. Yeah, I think having it on both sides would be pretty cool. So like here, 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 here. Let's see. Not so secret anymore now, is it? Yeah, okay. So if you're watching me build the game step by step on the live stream, then yeah, you're going to know where the secret room is. That's true. Can you, all right, I'm gonna pull it back here. Now think, can you picture what I mean when I mean secret room? So there's gonna be some platforming around here, and then all this stuff that we're highlighting right now is about to be walls, and then there's gonna be this little bitty ledge. So you're going to be down here in this courtyard like this, and you're going to look up, and if you happen to look up and to the left for no reason, there's going to be a little hole over here in the wall, and you're going to be able to see this little bitty ledge, and you're going to think, huh, can I walk on that ledge? And then you're going to have to look around at the items over here and try to figure out how you can get up here and wiggle your way around and find this secret room. You know what? Maybe I'll stick one of the bonus levels in here, so it'll be a whole secret level that you'll need to do. I don't know if this is going to be big enough, so I think that we might let this part be the wall, and then this part still be the room. So it would kind of be like this. And let's just go up by 10, so you can see my floors here. Yeah, something like that. Although, you know what? Let's start this over here, and let's do this. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be better. Extrude by 10. So we can go ahead and have these walls, and they're correct on their geometry, because what we're going to do is, all right, we don't need this one because this is going to be an inside face. And then same with this one, he's going to be an inside face. But we need, and we actually don't need this one because there's nothing there, because this is going to be the room. And then we'll go back here, and then we'll go to this, and then we'll take each of these. It's going to look a little confusing, but we're going to get this to work, trust me. We're going to extrude this out, and we're going to go on the X by 2, so we can keep our 2-meter walls that we've been using for this entire model. And then we're going to go and extrude, and we're going to pull down to close this wall. And we're going to seal this face up here. And we're going to go over here and seal this one up. And yeah, honestly, I think we're cooking with gas. Now, this is part of the problem because, I mean, you could do this and, you know, this is so low geometry that this is not going to be, even though this isn't the cleanest geometry, it's not going to be killing the game engine to have a couple stray faces that aren't exactly even quads. And then I wonder if I can clean that up. I think I can. I wonder if we take these out. Dissolve vertices. How did I clean this one up? Oh, I cleaned it up before I straightened it up somehow. Yeah. And then I got rid of those. All vertices. Let's go back to putting these evenly. Did I even get that on 7? And then the distance between... Oh. How is this not on an even line? I swear, we did all the math over to get everything even, but this is even on the X, but not on the Y. So this guy's not even on anything. Let's put him on. This would be... Yeah, it's because this was off. I did do these on evens, but they were 0.25 off. So technically this guy needs to be... yeah, we can put this. That's fine. It's okay. We don't need to move this. Do we? Since we're working so hard at doing this. Yeah, because this polygon right here is an odd shape. It's got terrible geometry. Let's just take this whole thing and let's straighten this wall up here. This will be fine. And what we'll do is, if we put them on 10, is that going the wrong way? It is. So let's go to 6. Make the room a little bit bigger. Yeah. So that was just, oh, I forgot to move him. All right. So now what we're going to try to do, so this is 6 to 7, so that's 1. So this should be 21, and then this should be 22. And then, yeah, we're going to put this 22 as well. So it's straight, and then this one's 7. But now this wall, yeah, this whole wall now needs to go straight. And it needs to go to 21 to match. That looks a little better, except for this just looks terrible. This part, but that's okay. No one's gonna see that. I mean, it's looking pretty smooth when you look at the inside. This is gonna be a cool hallway when you come down it, trust me. And yeah, so that takes care of that. I did forget another thing here. We need to get rid of this wall. And we need to take this and this and extrude it by 10. And then we need to come inside the face here, get rid of that wall, and go ahead and go to mesh, merge, distance, clean up all those vertices. So now you can see when you come to this secret room around the corner, it's a little bit bigger of a room here. This will be holding a secret level, and then this will be holding just some items and some, some seeds and stuff. And then now what we've got on this side is when you come out of the hallway, this is going to be floor, but you'll have a wall that you won't be able to get over, but you'll be able to see out. It'll be like an additional castle courtyard here with another level. And then when you turn around and look up, there's going to be a wall blocking you this way. And then we're going to keep going up. Actually, before we go up, see, this is why it's important to do these on all the proper math numbers. This should all be fine because we are going to go ahead and make the ceiling before we go up. Now, UV, someone can refresh me in the comments if they're familiar with Blender. I don't know where the new options have moved. I do know where they are. I've seen them before, but I used them in this version, but I've already forgotten just because it's so foreign. Maybe it's in this item tools. No, I'm not thinking so. This is a normal option that we're looking for in order to show the direction that the wall will be shaded. So it's not there. I don't know if it's going to be in object mode. We might have to do it in edit mode, but it feels like it would be something that the whole object would do. It used to be in like these menus over here, but I don't. UV maps, no. Face attributes, normals. There's no options there. Let's see. Blender 3. Let's see if there's a hotkey. Edit mode. We are in edit mode. I think it's changed since the one I'm even looking at. I don't see the option. Here's shading. Click on this, viewport overlays. Click on this. And then we go. There we go. That was complicated to figure out. It used to be so much easier to see that. But now, all right, we can see, you can all see there's these little bitty blue lines. And then these little blue lines are going to tell us which way the face is colored. So you can see, I think we got one. Nope, we don't have it. It's going the right way. You can see the way that the computer works when you're running a game in 3D is, if you build just a face like this, it does not automatically display on both sides. You'd have to make another side. And you can see that this arrow right here is pointing up. So it thinks that we want the the solid side to be the top, which we don't in this case, because if you were standing here as PitterPot and you looked your camera up, this would all be transparent above you and you would just see into nothing basically. So what we need to do to fix that is, now this should be, it's not in the UV map anymore. It might be a face. That did not work. Let's Control Z that. So face data. There used to be a flip button. It was in the normals menu. You used to sorry, excuse me, you used to click it and then go flip UV. Let me go see how to do that faster. How to flip UVs. Blender 3. Seriously, so oh, maybe not flip UVs. I'm saying it wrong. Flip normals. Excuse me. Huh. They did go to, well, maybe it's in the mesh. Normals, flip. Yep, there it goes. Well, figured it out without the help of the internet. Okay, so now the ceiling is going to be correct. And see, this is why I mentioned earlier we wanted to do all these on lines, because, okay, we want all of this to be lined up. So all of this geometry is good. And then we want to do this here and here. All of those UVs are pointing down the correct way. Let's go ahead and go to Mesh Merge, pop those vertices out of there. And if we look on the inside here, it's going to start getting a little complicated because I have trouble seeing inside of models like this. My movement tools aren't that great in Blender, I don't feel like. All of the faces are going the right way. And this happens sometimes, you know, when I've done this in levels in the past when I'm making a bunch of indoor stuff like this. Is that going the right way? It is. That sometimes you might just put it in the game engine to realize something's going the wrong way, and then there's nothing wrong with that. You just go ahead and redo the model and flip it again there. So, yes. So, we have that good. And then what we want to do is, we actually don't even need all of this. I think what we're going to do with this is go ahead and delete all of these. We got some interesting remaining pieces here. Yeah, I actually just don't need that at all either. Ba, ba, ba. And what we're going to do here is get this all connected up. This is all just straight up on the fly. Looking pretty good, though. Looking pretty good. Yeah. And then we can just go ahead and double check. I don't think there's anything hanging out there. Yep. Nope. We're good. And then, yeah, so we go like that. The basement dweller says, yo, what is up to you? Welcome to the stream. We are working on some modeling now, and it's progressing. Thanks for joining in. So yeah, I think that covers that up. So now you can see this will be like an alleyway, but it's going to be indoors. So when you look up, you know, there'll be a ceiling here. And then we're going to continue moving these walls up. So this room will be a little more hidden. And these walls are going to come up to match. But I don't really want to use these faces to do that because it's just so janky with the door cut out. So just to go ahead and move up here. So this is actually going to be all indoors as well. But for here, this stuff is going to be like this. I think that this... I don't know if we need to move these. We might delete these over here on the right side later. We'll see. So this will be like the final floor. And you know what? I think that we can do this. I don't know if we need to do all this either because this is kind of too many. This is extra geometry we don't need anyways. Let's see. This is... I need to go back where... Here we go. These are on the Y50. And now, see now, yeah, of course, all of these are incorrect, are off just a tad. But we can do this and just take this guy. Yeah. We're going to take this whole thing and just make sure that it is completely all of this and this. Oh, we'll just go ahead and do all this for now. And we're going to put that on 1. It's going to move a minuscule amount. You guys aren't even going to see it. And we can go ahead and get rid of these because we didn't do that for this side, but we're not going to need those. And to be honest, let's see. Probably get rid of that. And let's clean up all these hanging out vertices. Dissolve the vertices. And that didn't work. Delete the vertices. Basement Dweller says, hubworlds are always fun to design. Is this going to be a 3D platformer? Yes, it is. This is fun to design, actually. I had a design in my head that I was going for, and we've been kind of changing it a little bit on the fly to add secret rooms and do different things like that. But this is, I don't know if you're familiar with Spyro the Dragon, somewhat inspired by that. I'm doing a castle hub world for this game, so you got to think somewhat similar to like Spyro 2 castles, except for this one's going to be like a little bit more in depth. So kind of like where we're starting is this bottom floor is going to be the courtyard with things in it. There's going to be like a little bit of trees off to this side with maybe a level here and your first level over here. This is going to be a sketchy alley kind of hidden in the background. You're going to have to do enough of the levels in order to progress through the ladders up here. The seeds are going to be blocked off, and you're going to be able to unlock the seeds that you need to grow the plants to get up to floor 2. And then on floor 2, ignore this. This is going to be connected later. We're just messing with the geometry. Then there'll be a hallway here, and then you can see this little hallway runs loop-de-doop all around, and it's going to pop out here, and then there's going to be a little courtyard here with some fountains and another level out here. And then now where we're going up here is this is also going to be a room going in this way on the third tier, in which you're going to need to beat the level up here and this level in order to go ahead and get the last seed. So I think that what we're going to do is they're going to be a level about here, a level about here. And instead of originally there was going to be a level up here, and then there was going to be a level in the courtyard, I think that the secret room might house the level you need so that people actually have to figure out where the secret room is, because I think that might be a little bit more fun to do instead of just plopping the level up here. And you kind of got to explore a little bit once you get up to the second floor. But yeah, so we're going to go forward with the room this way. And then right now we're going to try to seal this off so this is actually walls and you can't see in, and you know, just see this ugly little hallway here. I was trying to get this geometry online because it wasn't exactly lined up. We're pretty good. We're all lined up on the Y, but we weren't lined up exactly on the X here, so we're still not lined up. I thought I just did that. These should be 1, and does that mean this is not 1 anymore? Let's see. Yeah, this is off a little bit. I don't know why. We're gonna we want this to be as clean as humanly possible so everything runs good. So we can check. All right, now we're exactly on 1. That looks pretty good. Basement Dweller says, level development is always fun to watch to see how everything pieces together and has changed from the original intentions bit by bit. I can understand inspirations from the castle theme. Sweet. Nice to hear. Yeah, it does change, especially when you're prototyping gameplay, and it's like not as fun. You got to change a little bit over and over, but we're kind of moving here. He also says getting geometry and vertices to exact numbers is annoying, but really helpful in the long run. Yeah, I mean, I was trying to do this is lined up to the grid, as you can see. I don't know how to I cleaned this up a little bit, but you know, to do these inside the hallway, this is pretty good. And all of these are lined up. They're all quads, but you know, we're gonna have a couple of off pieces here on the cutout of the wall. Just so that the wall is exactly perfectly lined up. But then I tried to make these walls all lined up and not connected to this one. So it's about as about as clean as I'm gonna get it. And it's still gonna be playable and functional. No one will know the difference. It's okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep staying lined up here. We're gonna move him here, and then we're gonna go ahead and come this far. And then, yeah, see, like, look at this. This should be lined up. So it's not. This needs to be 1. And then, yeah. Although we've been keeping all of our walls at 2 meters apart, and then that would put this at just 1. So, like, this... So, oh, wait, never mind. This is -1, and this is 1. So it is 2. Okay, we're good. Yeah, that's fine. And then that's 1. So yeah, this stuff can now, I think we should delete this stuff and then just spread this wall outside. And technically, to be honest, outside the inside, because we built a secret room over here. So this through here, these faces need to be here. But technically, we can start deleting all of these, I believe. And we'll just see the outside of the castle walls like this. But this is looking pretty good, I think. I'm going to pronounce this name incorrectly. A0wa says, hi, how are you? I'm doing good. Thanks for joining in on the stream. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. I think that I don't know, we're going to go through, and once all these are lined up and all these walls are completely on the grid. We're going to bevel some of these so it's going to look like, the castle is curving and the brick is curving, but we're not doing any of that just yet. We need all of the level to be boxed out just correctly. So I'm not sure that we're going to need these, and we can still probably do that with just these walls. And it's progressing. It's moving up. Derek Bauer says, "Hey everyone in chat. Hey Derek. Well, thank you for joining in on the stream. I hope you're doing well today." Yeah, so I think that we can probably do it how we're doing it. This, I don't want to connect it to this though, because these, like I mentioned, if we look at this is a little unclean. It's not going to line up unless I cut this. Actually, well, is this a quad? I think that this one might be. Like, this counts as a quad, and then these two don't because of all of these vertices. So maybe we could line up the wall here. Maybe I could do some cuts here, and then let's just try it. Let's do 2 cuts here, and let's see how this is going. This is lined. Is this lined up? It's not. It's close. Why? Let's put this on. Ooh, is this going to move my hallway too much? Let's just get this on 28. Does that do anything to damage the hallway? I don't think so. It's like a little off now from the corner, but I think it's fine. And then that means this should be 42. Let's line this one up, -42. And then, so let's take this whole line and go -42. And then let's take this whole line. Was that 28? Yeah, -28. And then, yeah, I think we could be able to push this forward and clean this up. Let's just see if this looks appropriate. Let's delete this face and then extrude this by our 2. And then here's the magic. Here's going to be the magic. We're going to go to mesh and we're going to merge this distance. We got rid of those vertices, and let's see if this is doable. Ugh, it does not connect at all, actually, even though I thought that it should. So maybe this isn't going to work just right. We actually don't need these at all. Like, let me get rid of these. We're just going to test this real quick. Yeah. Delete all those. And then we're going to try to go merge in a little bit farther. I wonder if that was this. It wasn't. So let's get that back and we'll be fine without it. Yeah, so that's not going to connect, but it's fine. This wall is going to be the one wall. When we go in to hand do this with our UV editing, we're going to be really lining up this by perspective to make sure we get the exact scaling of our bricks right. Let me grab a couple of these comments. Derek says, I am building an RMS Titanic 2 still under construction company White Star line in Minecraft with interior and exterior designs in Minecraft. Sweet. And the basement dweller says, subdividing just the individual edge to make things connect is usually what I do to reconnect things like that instead of cutting through the full side of the mesh. What do you mean? Do you mean with the actual cutout hallway, you mean? Subdividing the individual edge to make things connect. Oh, you mean instead of like right here, instead of doing an entire loop cut? Yeah, that's probably a little bit more efficient, to be honest. But it's not. We're going to be deleting most of this geometry. It's not adding too much, and we're kind of staying on our squares for the time being, just in case we decide, just like earlier, we decided just instead of building just a flat wall and only having a plane here, we decided to go in here and pull out a room. So I'm kind of hanging a couple of these around just in case, but I don't know. I don't know if it's the most efficient or if we're going to need these. We might, but I'm thinking for the design now, once we get this all up on this wall, and we go ahead and we build this room out, I'm thinking about just connecting it. Like this will be the outskirts of the castle, so it will go out, and then, you know, about like right here, we'll have the just a design of a castle that will be just a model that you're not going to be going into, and like the courtyard and these first adjoining rooms are going to be like your basic areas where you're actually exploring, and it's gonna be feel like you're going into the castle by going into the hallways and the secret rooms and stuff like that. But we got to seal this off just a little bit. But for now, I think that this is, it could be worse. I'll say that. I've made a lot of geometry that's a whole lot less clean than this, so I'm excited with where it's going. But somewhat here, you know, getting into the little bit of the complexities, it's kind of hard to keep it clean. I need to get a little bit more refreshed on my take of how we can do that better. And now I got to come up with a solution on how we're going to get the player to find this little bitty tiny ledge right here. And I'm not sure if we're going to do that. I don't think we're going to do that with models out here. We might, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that with, you know, already separated models that we'll build inside of the game engine. So, but I think that this is a good stopping place. It's about 5:15. That's where I normally call most of my streams. So we can take a look at this here and just go over it briefly. When we started today, none of this, this did not exist. We sealed in this alleyway. We made the secret room. We sealed in the wall here. We brought this wall over here to connect to this courtyard. And we brought these walls up. We subdivided this. This didn't even have a floor. Actually, this was kind of empty. So we went ahead and built the courtyard floor as well. This floor wasn't here, and we built that. So not too bad progress, considering that we've had a lot of technical difficulties this stream. I had a visitor come live, knock on the door, and when I first switched over the scenes at the first beginning of the stream, I was muted for like 4 minutes and just talking away. So that's no good. But so that's where we're going to leave it here, get a good look, because tomorrow we're going to be continuing on. So I'm going to switch back over here to my full screen as I do my rigmarole on the way out. If you guys are new to the channel, if you've joined in the stream and you're new, thanks so much for joining in. It's been a blast hanging out with you guys. If you're looking for more game development content like this, my channel is full of game development tutorials, devlogs on my games, all sorts of industry insights, because I release games on PlayStation, I release games on Wii U and on Steam. So if you're interested in that, be sure to subscribe to the channel. That would help us out a ton. Also, we do, if you can see, well, it's not running across the screen right now, but it probably was earlier. We do have a Patreon page that you can use to support this channel and support our game development. Get your names showing up in the stream. And before we end, I'm going to give my special shout out to everyone who supports TreeFall Studios on patreon.com. And that would be for Carmen Red, Overhyped Gamer, Shark and Minnow, and PLP. Thanks for what you guys do for TreeFall Studios on patreon.com. I could not do what I do without you guys. So thanks so much. There is links for the Patreon page in the description below. I actually said that in the last couple of streams, and then I checked, and then my description that I was reusing didn't have all the links. So now everything is below. You can join our Discord below. You can find all of our social media channels below. You can also find our Patreon page below. Also, it's been flying up on the screen somewhere in that direction, and you can see all of our socials there. We have a bunch of different things that you can follow us on. We don't really use our Facebook. It's mostly just Twitter and YouTube, but you can also join our Discord, and you can catch up with us on our website as well, especially if you're a game developer wanting to get your game published by us. So yes, and one more thing, Tilting Tiles Micro Challenge is our most recent game that we released. It's pretty awesome. A lot of people have been picking it up and trying it out. It's only 49 cents, and you can get that on PlayStation today. So if you joined in on the stream and you're brand new to TreeFall Studios, only 49 cents to see what our games are all about. That is Tilting Tiles Micro Challenge. If you check it out, leave me a comment and let me know if you liked it or if you absolutely hated it. Either way, it's fine with me, and it can help me learn from, I guess, my mistakes. So thanks for joining in for this stream today. It's gonna be hopefully a great one leading into the great stream tomorrow, where we have less technical difficulties. But thanks for tuning in. I will catch you guys in the next one.